Guru. This is how people used to call Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada.
At that time, I was a slightly young man. I met my Guru Maharaj through the agency of my intimate friend.
Abhay, let's go to see this great Vaishnava. He is a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Oh no, I am all this service. I am not going. No, Abhay, we must go. We have to go. Come.
Now, first meeting, he asked me if Krishna God can you to go to find and speak to me. I replied that we are foreign dominated nation, India. We hear about our message. My conceived me that independence, they are there for us. But we are concerned with the eternal benefit of the human life. Because we belong to a Vaishnava family, so I was very much pleased that here is a personality who is going to preach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gospel. At the last moment also, just a fortnight before his passing away, he wrote me the same thing, that he should try to preach this gospel among the persons who are of understanding language.
Srila Prabhupada read his letter again and again, and this time he was certain what he should do to please his spiritual master. In 1944, Srila Prabhupada starts a magazine called Back to Godhead, in which he highlights the suffering of the modern civilization, which seems to be wanting kingdom of God but without God. Srila Prabhupada tried different ways and means to execute the orders of his spiritual master, but he did not receive any encouragement in India whatsoever. As years pass by, Abhay decides to move to Vrindavan. He takes sannyas and now he is known as A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
At that time there was no sale of Back to Godhead. I was publishing about 1,000 copies. And this music, so there was no income. I was spending 300, 400 rupees.
In the beginning, it appears to be very bitter. When I took sannyas, when I was living alone, I was feeling very bitter. Sometimes I was thinking whether I've done wrong by accepting. So when I was publishing this Back to Godhead from Delhi, one day one bull thrust me.
challenges, Srila Prabhupada started thinking, where will I get strength to spread the Sankirtana movement? Srila Prabhupada was not willing to give up, as the order of his spiritual master was his life and soul. He starts translation of Srimad Bhagavatam, which he knew would one day change the face of the world.
Then when I wrote book, Srimad Bhagavatam, first time was finished, and I first of all published my first one of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then I published second part also. So after publishing three parts, then automatically Guru Maharaj gave me indication that now you can start forever.
And then I decided to take up the responsibility of Guru Maharaj. The day was, I must come. Yes. The thing was that Krishna, in his many forms, brought there. So when I was on the seabed from Boston Port, I was thinking that I have come here, I do not know what is the purpose. I was not very much hopeful.
For 1 year, there was no plan. I was living an apartment with great difficulty. Still, I did not know how to pay next month rent. The whole stock and my calculator, my table, so everything was closed. In this way, I became very much depressed. And I was going to the shipping company. When the next day was going to India, then I thought, let me wait for some time more. Then I shall come back.
But my Guru Maharaj, he wanted to take. It's not that he is dead and gone. That is not spiritual understanding. Even ordinary living being, he does not die. Nothing, and what to speak of such exalted, authorized personality. But I had full faith that my Guru Maharaj is with me. I never lost this faith, and this is fact. I never feel that I am alone. If we keep to the body, to the words of spiritual master, then we can very big stuff. It doesn't don't be afraid of tribulation. Go forward. Krishna will give you protection. That is Krishna's promise in the Bhagavad Gita. Om Teya Pratijani Name Bhakta Pranasya. You can declare throughout the whole world that my devotees will never be angry. You can declare.
Ignorance happening.
Last month, in recorded history, Australia sweltered through its hottest spring on record. The phenomenon was a short-term trigger to a long-term global warming caused by human activity.
Climate change is now affecting every country on every continent.
This Krishna consciousness movement must be spread. Let us not fight with Krishna consciousness. There is no Disapearance. Yuddha Sabhava. We shall fight and chant Hare Krishna. Then we cannot stop fighting.
So I started in 1966, living in a school front, living in an apartment in 26 Second Avenue. Then gradually, these boys, American boys and girls began to come. Then I started my teaching in Competition Square. More and more, these young Americans, they came to me.
I began to chant this Hare Krishna mantra. I was chanting there for 3 hours with a little small mridanga. And these boys, American boys, they assembled and gradually they joined. And it is increasing. First of all, it was started in New York. Then we started our branch in San Francisco, in Los Angeles, in Santa Fe. In Buffalo, then here. In London Times there was an article. They said that Krishna chanting started in London.
Finally, he did it. Srila Prabhupada meets with unprecedented success. When asked the reason, the cause of his success,
जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय।
Hare Krishna. So now we're going to have the Abhishek. So we request everyone to participate in Kirtan and keep your focus on Srila Prabhupada. We just saw a very nice movie explaining about his background, his history, how this movement started, the struggles that he went through, just to put us in the right mood of appreciating Srila Prabhupada on this very important day. And we'll discuss more later this evening about Srila Prabhupada. And we hope you'll all come and participate in that as well. So let us put our focus at His lotus feet, and we'll chant Hare Krishna, and the pujaris will obey Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Will it be on the screen?
Excuse me, Prabhu's sitting on the chair back there, are they supposed to be offered? Did somebody make these to be offered? He's sitting on the chair in the back.
I was just asking if they put it up on the screen since we put it up. Je anilo premadhan Karuna pracho Je anilo premadhana Karuna pracho Je anilo premadhana Karuna pracho Je anilo Karuna pracho Hello Prabhu Kotha Kela Charja Thakur Hello Prabhu Kotha Kela Charja Thakur Kaha mor Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanada Kahamora Bhata Juga Kaha Kaviraj Kahamora Bhata Juga Kaha Kaviraj Ekakale Kota
Saraswata Srimad Divine Grace, K.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Ganga Devi Jamuna Devi Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi ki jai. Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glory to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Hari Hari Bol. Yeah, I should turn around.
That's good.
Thank you all for coming for the observation of the Prabhupada's.
How did disappearance anniversary? Disappearance. I don't know if any of you have gotten to see this book here. Have you seen? I'll build you a temple by Giriraj Maharaj. I encourage everybody to get this. It's very moving. And when Prabhupada, before he left the planet, was this in the fall of 1977? Do you remember where you were? Anyway, he was planning to come to the West. Did you know that? And he actually made it to London. But do you know where his destination, his planned destination was? Anybody? Who said that? Oh, very good. Yeah, Kaivalya Prabhu remembers. Yeah, he was planning to come to Gitanagari. That was his destination. He said, India is too much problem. Because they gave him so much trouble in Bombay to build the temple there, and so many difficulties. So he was on his way. But then he got very, very ill, so he said he went back to Vrindavan. But at that time, after he went back to India, in the fall, he called his devotees to say, everybody, all of his disciples should come. Do you remember that?
Of course.
Yeah. So, in New York at that time, I was in the kitchen, and we had these prasadam carts that would go on sell chole and chapatis and all this stuff on the street. And so the devotee who was working with me, I was cooking, he was selling. It was Prahlad Priya and Sarvabhauma. Remember Sarvabhauma? Yeah. So anyway, he said, because he was making the money. So he said, I'll pay your ticket. I'll pay your ticket. You go. So I was all ready to go. And then there was an announcement made by the GBC. He said, actually, no, Prabhupada doesn't want you to come. Did you notice? Do you remember this? Yeah. Prabhupada really doesn't want you to come. Which actually wasn't true. He actually wanted us. But
Sorry, who was that message from?
the GBC.
Okay,
I won't
but
name
who-
names on this one.
But who told you that?
It was through the temple president, but it was
Okay.
confirmed by the GBC. Yeah. So anyway, that was probably October, and Prabhupada left in November. So I was, then shortly thereafter Prabhupada left, and I was crestfallen because then we found out that actually Prabhupada didn't say that. He said, because at a certain point many devotees came, and then many of them went back to their temples. And so near the end, there were not that many devotees there. So he said, I have become poison? Remember that? Because many devotees had left. So I didn't stay there for his passing. So I was really disturbed by that. And then, in Srimad Bhagavatam, when Arjuna goes to Dwarka to see what Krishna is doing and what his plan is for work, and he comes back after that. And just before he arrives back at Hastinapur, Yudhishthira Maharaj begins to see. You know what he sees? What happens? Yeah. Just see, O man with tiger's strength, how the she-jackal cries at the rising sun and vomits fire. Yeah, like this. He begins to see the shrieks of the owls and their rival crows make my heart tremble. So there's all these evil omens going on and he says, so Yudhishthira says, is this because, what is this inauspicious time? Is this the age of Kali, or is this because the world was fortunate because it was blessed by the lotus feet of the Lord? But these signs indicate that may no longer be. So in New York, which was blessed by Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet, at that time in 1977, there was a blackout. You know that? It was 1977. It was the big blackout in New York, and there was melee and mob rioting because it went on for like 24 hours. No electricity all winter. And then there was, you remember the Son of Sam?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Son of Sam was going on. It was a serial killer who was going on. And then there was a guy who had just come he just joined that day, but he had some mental difficulties, and he jumped from the roof of the temple. Inauspicious omens, right? Inauspicious omens. So anyway, this is getting in the mood of separation from Srila Prabhupada. Things are bad. But when I read this is the first time when I read this volume of Giriraj Maharaj, that I actually could feel that I was personally there with Srila Prabhupada during those times just before and during his passing, which was very comforting. Yes, thank you. Comforting to the heart. Never before, not till this time. And realizing it now, I mean, it was Krishna's arrangement somehow that I wasn't able to go at that time. But knowing, seeing, hearing what he says here, it becomes, you get the real inside story, fully understanding what was going on with Srila Prabhupada up till the last moment as he was leaving this world. So, I encourage you all, I mean, the book is about the development and building of the Bombay Temple, but this is also there as part of that, because without Srila Prabhupada, it would never have happened. So it's a pretty amazing thing. So then he quotes this verse, which is a very nice verse, which you might know. This is from Lord Kapila's teachings to his mother Devahuti. Yeah? Prasangam ajaram pasham. You know this verse? Prasangam ajaram pasham atmana kavayo vidu sa eva sarushu krita moksha dvaram upavritam. I'll translate. In case you don't know Sanskrit. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation. So what was that? Who can repeat the point being made in that verse? Wait. Raise your hand. Everyone. Okay. Mukunda, yeah.
If you're a materialistic person and you have attachment to something, then it's bad and it Maya attacks, and that is not good for spiritual life. But when you are a devotee, then and you have attachment, then you'll have attachment towards Krishna. And if you have attachment towards Krishna, then when you die, then you'll go back to Goloka.
Pretty good, but not exactly right. Did you there was something missing there. You missed one point. We'll miss one point. We'll give, yes, Mother Shobharadhe.
So if you're attached to material things, you're in trouble, but if you're attached, if you use that same attachment to a liberated soul,
Yes, you transfer the attachment. If you transfer the attachment to the material thing, to the pure devotee, the sadhus, to Srila Prabhupada, then your moksha dvaram upavritam. Then your door for liberation is wide open. You got it. You're on your way, man. That's good. So that's a part of the reason we observe these days, like today, and then Vyasa Puja and other days, because it helps us to develop and cultivate our attachment and appreciation for Srila Prabhupada. You know, there's different ways you can associate with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said that we shouldn't be so interested in becoming like a fly also can associate with him, right? How is a fly? Land on his leg, right? But that kind of association, I mean, it'll be a little beneficial, but it's not really beneficial that much. But the benefit will be, what the kind of association do you want? Yeah, the Vani, the instructions. Yeah, that's the more powerful. So Srila Prabhupada gave an instruction. He gave instruction. Chant the Hare Krishna mantra every day. And then for those who are serious followers, 16 rounds every day. Follow the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling. And beyond that, try to spread this Krishna consciousness, the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, all over the world. And that will do good for us and for everybody in the world. So this is Srila Prabhupada's request for us. And we're not doing as good a job as we could, because here how many people are here? There should be, they would have concerts and you'd have, or football games. How many people go?
Tens of thousands.
100,000 might show up. And how many are here? But you're a very special people. You're very special. But our task is to present it in such a way, the pure teaching, so that more and more people can benefit, so that they can make progress in their spiritual life, and they can also go back home, back to Godhead. And by doing that, if we do that, you know what happens? Our own Krishna consciousness is increased. The more you give, the more you get. So let's remember that today, in remembrance of Srila Prabhupada's disappearance. In one sense, it said that the appearance and disappearance are all the same, but there's a different mood today, in that Prabhupada's disappearance is more a lamentation of what we haven't yet done. We haven't purified our hearts enough. We haven't done enough quality and quantity of devotional service, that we're still here, still attached to material things, and still haven't become really interested and enthusiastic to chant the holy names and to do devotional service. So let's take it as an impetus to become a little more serious, or a lot more serious, for serving the great Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the Hare Krishna movement. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We're supposed to do push buttons. Okay. Do we have flower petals?
I'm going to check. I think everyone is still
Everybody stand, yeah. So we'll chant prayers, these prayers into the holy cyclic succession. We're trying to open up this channel. The cyclic succession goes all the way back to Krishna. Okay? We're opening up the channel, then we'll come back to Srila Prabhupada also. Okay? I say, you say. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Anjana Salakaya Chakshu Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shuddha Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagara Guratagitam Tam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shiva Shaka Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Shami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namane Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Vedatarine Upanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gorakishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipalambha Vasambodhe Parambhujaya Te Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namane Gaura Shakti Surupaya Panuga Varayate Gaura Abhirbhava Bhumishtam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhoma Shri Jagannataya Te Namaha Pancha Kalpa Taru Yascha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitana Pavadebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahapadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Pancha Tattva Atmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surdo Pango Mama Manda Matir Gati Sarvasva Padam Bojo Radha Padana Mohano Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadha Srimad Ratnagara Singhasanasto Shri Shri Radha Govinda Devo Vishthadevi Sevyamano Smarami Sriman Rasa Prasarambhi Vamchivata Tata Sthita Karshan Venu Swanar Gopi Gopinata Shri Veshabhanu Shute Devi Purnamami Hari Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srila Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Acharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali
Srila Prabhupada ki! Jai Srila Prabhupada ki!
Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Acharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali
Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai.
Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Acharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Srila Prabhupada Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Satta Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namah Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauramani Prajnadite निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Jai Nitalila Vishnu Vishnu Bhai, Paramahamsa Parivraj Acharu, Astotana Sata Shishimad, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. Another Kodi Vaishnava Namacharya Haridas Thakur, Prem Sagahoshi Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda Sri Veda Gadadhar Shiva Gopa Vrinda, Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shrayam and Radha Kundiri Govardhan, Sri Vrindavan Dampi, Navadip Dampi, Mayapur Dampi, Jagannath Puri Nilachala Dampi, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani, Shri Gauri Taiki, Shri Radha Surabhyari Ki, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki, Jumunamai Gangamai Ki, Samdev Bhakta Vrinda Ki, Harinam Sankirtan Ki, Sankirtan Jagna Ki, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Go Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru Shivaranga. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prashad's going to be served out outside. There's a tent outside with some chairs and tables as well as some heat inside of the tent. And it's actually a pretty nice day out. It's going up into the 50s. There may not be enough room for everybody, so I request that we give preference to the Srila Prabhupada disciples as well as the elders in the community to let them sit inside. And then the rest of us, we can sit outside various places. Inside, we're not allowing anybody to have prashad. So I'll repeat that again. Inside, no prashad. But outside, there's plenty of room. We need a couple volunteers to help clean up. Here in the temple room, just sweep up the flower petals and get ready for the next program. And if anybody wants to help in the kitchen, just clean a couple pots and get ready for the Sunday feast. If you lend 20 minutes, it'll go a long way. Okay? Bhagavad Prasad Ki Jai.